So for your jeans, I have prepared my file just a little bit. I haven't done anything that we haven't covered already. I traced the outline, I did the waistline, and then the seam that goes right here. As you guys can see, the outline is 2 points, all the strokes inside is 1 point. The other thing that we're going to do with these jeans is just all these details, which there is a lot of them. And I'm going to show you guys an easy way to just copy your details. So we will, if you guys see, there's a top stitch all around here. So there's going to be a lot of copying and pasting here. Again, that's my Command C, Command F, and then I'm just using my arrow tools to scoot things off. For this top stitch, because it is right on the edge, like if you guys look at your jeans too, make sure you don't move things too far off. Oops. The other thing that you guys can do, instead of every time going back up here and changing it, all these things, so I need to scoot down one more. There we go. Is that you can use what is called, make sure you're in the direct select tool. So it's this one. So if I copy and paste this line right here, scoot it up, I can hit I, which is your eyedropper. And that basically takes wherever you're clicking, that's what it's gonna replicate, the effects that you have on it. So if I select this dashed line, it will turn this line into a dashed line. Right there. And then jeans or pants in general, when you're drawing them, if you look at your pants and you lay them out flat on the floor, you're gonna see that the front piece, the two fabric pieces that are the front of your pants, are narrower than the back ones. So you actually see the side seams in the front and the inseam in the front. So you want to make sure that that is visible on your jeans as well. This one is, I'm using the eyedropper. This one. So as you guys see, I can move pretty. I can move pretty quickly around my artboard or around my project, and that's because I'm using shortcuts. Learn your shortcuts. It will help you speed up your work so much. It just goes faster. So you don't need to learn all of them, but look at a few and memorize them. The big ones that I use is copy and paste, paste in front, direct select tool, and eyedropper. So don't use a ton of them. So we're starting to look like jeans, right? We're still gonna make the fly, we're gonna make the pocket and the belt loops and the button. And we also, other thing that's super important when you draw pants is that you have to draw the crotch seam. That just shows that, hey, there's actually a seam that goes from front to back. It's drawn different ways. but you have to have some kind of indicator around here that's saying, hey, these are jeans, there's a crotch. They can be drawn like this. Others will draw them like a swoop, like this. Different ways of doing it. But you have to have it. Super important. And we're going to do our pockets here. So, because this is technically my side seam, right? This is just the outside of the garment laying flat. This is our side seam. Our pocket stops at the side seam. They don't go on to the back. And then we have some nice top stitching. Again, some eyedropper, stitch line. Need to go in, move this down a little bit, scoot it out so we can see it. I'm going to copy it again, scoot it down there, move it around here a little bit. A lot of times when you go and work for companies, they're going to have a lot of presets that you can go in and copy. On has a coin pocket too. And so it will have pockets and it will have basic pants and a lot of the things that are returning year after year. We kind of just end up doing edits to it, which is really nice. Makes it go a lot faster and you get more done in your workday because you're not creating everything from scratch. So the same thing for you guys that want to start your own company. Having your basic styles that are returning year after year is good. That way you don't have to, they fit, your customer likes them. They're basic staple garments. And the production of them goes so much faster because you already have a pattern that fit. You know that your manufacturer can sew it. Just all the things that you need to go through to establish when you start from scratch. So obviously we want to create some new things, but don't reinvent the wheel every season. Like a pair of jeans is a pair of jeans. I don't know if you guys saw that, but if you have caps lock hit, your pen tool turns into this plus sign. If you prefer to work with that one instead of what looks like the pen tool, that's totally fine. I do not like it, so just be aware if you ever see that one pop up, because you have caps, select them. Oh, and then my fly. So again, just like the other flats that we've done so far, make sure you take the time to do them. It is a tedious job, but it's so important. And it's something that sets you apart, especially for entry-level positions. If you know how to create flats, if you can do this, it's something that many companies want, a skill that they don't want to have to teach someone, and a skill that's so good to know when you start out, because you're not necessarily making a lot of decisions. You're drawing and so it's kind of creating, it's not like going and get coffee for your boss, but it's a basic skill, so not anyone can do it, but the ones that can, something that you're put on a lot to do. And if that's what gets you the job and gets your foot in the door, I think it's totally worth it. I worked for a company and this was all I did, all day long. I did all the flats for them. and it wasn't super fun. But it was a good start. You know, from there, I moved on to other work assignments, and I got more responsibilities. But this was my foot in the door. I knew how to do flats. I could make them fast, and I could make them accurate. All things that companies like. Okay. So there we have our jeans. So a lot of this one is, you know, same skills that we're building on from the t-shirt and the skirt. And then it's a lot of top stitching. And practice your shortcuts. Your direct select tool is A. Copy is Command C, or Control C if you're on a PC. Paste is Command V. Paste in front, Command F, and then your eyedropper is I. Your pen tool is P. You know those 5 at the back of your hand, you are good to go. So we are gonna copy this one. Paste, because we need to do the back, right? Let's spread them out a little bit. In the middle. And so for the back, again, sorry, I should keep this like that. We need to reflect it, and that is because of this crotch swoosh that we got going on. And then it's a lot of deleting because we don't have a fly in the back, right? You do have this seam right there. You have belt loops. You don't have slant pockets. Most likely, your belt loops are off to the side. So we're gonna select these. Move it out here. Just rotate it a little bit to match the edge of that waist. And while I still have it selected, I'm going to copy and paste it. And put another set right here. Again, we can't see the back. I am just going off of what I know most jeans look like. So paste it. And then also, I think it's safe to assume that we got some back pockets. Most jeans do. You might even have a yoke. Oh, and we need to delete these ones, right? Because these ones are showing the side seams from the front and the back. We can't see them. So these all go too. You might have a yoke here. That's, if you look at bare pants, that's this insert that you see right here, like a V. If you want to, you can draw that. You certainly don't have to. To create the pocket, I'm going to use a rectangle tool to start with. Some pockets are 4 square like this. A lot of them will be a 5 width, so we're going to add a point right here. Down. Point. It looks very long, kind of wonky. And then jeans, they sit. They don't sit completely straight. And then normally they're all they're top stitched around here. So I'm selecting this edge, holding down shift so I can continue, go on with these strokes. And copy, paste in front. If you guys can see, this is on top now. I'm gonna keep it selected, go back to my direct select tool, just because it's easier to scale with this one. There we go. Change it to 5, dash line, and then I'm gonna copy, paste in front. Did not do it, sorry. So selecting all these, copy, paste in front, and we are needing the stitch line going across too. And then I'm gonna select all of this. You can stay in the select tool and drag from the outside of your jeans. So now I've selected the jeans and the pocket. I'm gonna hold down shift and click in the jean part of it or the pant part of it. So now as you see, my boundary box moved down to just the pocket. So now it's just the pocket that's selected. Sometimes that's easier than to try and go in and select everything. Now I have my pockets and jeans are done. So for some reason. When we get, I'm gonna unlock my t-shirt layer, select front and back, copy and paste it, put it on here, move it up to the right layer, not this one again, and place it underneath. See, is this two? Is this two? Oh. So there are my pants, and we're gonna save, and we'll be back to do the coat and the dress shirt.